Hello, welcome back to the channel, and we are doing Edge of Eternities draft on Arena. The set just released not too long ago, so I am very excited to start drafting this set. Did a couple sealed runs with a couple pre-releases, and the set looks great. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's see what we got on our first pack. All right, our rare seems pretty good with Frenzied Baloth, double green, 3/2, can't be countered, trample haste. Your stuff can't be countered, combat damage can't be prevented. So it's a nice aggressive creature. It is double green though, and it's not like you're getting something amazing. Like, it's a really good card, but it's not going to be like completely game warping and game winning. There's a Starfield Shepherd, which seems like a great uncommon. 5 mana 3/2, and you can search your library for basic planes or creature card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it, put in your hand. You can also warp it, which means it's kind of like evoke, sort of, but there's more nuance. Let's see. There's a 3 mana 3/3. Whenever creature control dies with a counter on it, draw a card. Virus Beetle seems like a great common. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Starfield Shepherd here. I feel like this has a lot of potential. I do also like the Frenzied Baloth, but I'm going to start with the Starfield Shepherd here. I think that's a pretty good one. All right, I could probably just follow that up with a Seam Rip. Can this get me? Oh, creature card with mana value 1 or less. That's okay. So Seam Rip seems great. Galactic Wayfarer also just seems like a nuts common. Just a 3 mana 3/3 that makes a lander, and the lander is of course a token artifact that you can pay 2, tap and sack, and search your library for a basic land, put on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. But that card seems really good. Let's see. There's also Pinnacle Killship, 7 mana spacecraft. So that's another new mechanic in this format. It's kind of like a vehicle, except you station, just like you add counters, and then once it has the requisite number of counters, it just always becomes a creature. And this thing just kills a thing, and then it becomes a 7/7 flyer eventually. I think I'm just going to take the Seam Rip, just stay in white. The Galactic Wayfarer is close there, and I was thinking about it for sure. Okay, well, now I think I'll probably just go ahead and take this Mechan Navigator. Seems like a really solid uncommon in blue. Just a 2 mana 2/1 artifact creature, so relevant types. Whenever it becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. So basically loot. So, well, first of all, I'm hearing things that blue-white is a really good deck with the whole double spelling mechanic and whatnot, and the artifact synergies. And then also, this card is just really solid because with the spacecraft, you can just repeatedly station every turn. So then you can just repeatedly draw cards, and that seems good. There's also Full Bore, which seems like a good combo with warp cards. There's other cards here, but I think the Mechan Navigator is the clear pick. Okay, now there's Specimen Freighter. I think just seems like a nice logical follow-up. 6 mana spacecraft. When it enters, return up to 2 target non-spacecraft creatures to their owner's hands. And then eventually it becomes a 4/7 flyer with 9. 9's a lot, but you can get there. And when it attacks, defending player mills 4 cards. So it could be like a win condition in the late game. So that's pretty good. There's also a Radiant Strike as a decent removal spell. You destroy an artifact or tap creature and gain 3 for 4 mana. Or Starport Security, which would go well with the Starfield Shepherd, as it is a 1 mana value creature. I like Starbreach Rail too, but I think the Specimen Freighter seems like a good pick there. Okay, now what do we got? So there's a counterspell in the Vert Disaster. It's a quench, except if they do pay the mana, you get a lander, so that's not bad. There's another Starport Security. There's a Flight Deck Coordinator. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, you gain 2 life. Oh, okay. Well, there's going to be an update, so you guys don't have to see that, but I'll get to see that. That seems okay. Let's see how our curve's looking. It's alright. I think I'm just going to take the Starport Security, just to have a creature that goes along with our Starfield Shepherd, I think. I'm not convinced on that one. Okay. Now we see this Monoist Sentry, 1 mana 4/1 defender, so it's really good at stationing. There's a virus beetle as well. I mean, I don't see any reason to stick off of blue-white for now. I'm not seeing any white, so that's a little concerning. But we'll just go and take this Mechan Shieldmate. So 2 mana, 3/2 defender, and as long as an artifact entered, you can attack as though it didn't have defender. And then, for example, our Starport Security is an artifact creature, and yeah, it should be okay. Okay, so now we have the choice between a few blue cards. I think they're all pretty good. Scour for Scrap to either search your library for, to do both actually. You can search your library for an artifact, and you can also return an artifact from grave to hand. You have Ilvoy Galeblade, which is a 1 mana 1/1 flash flyer, and you can pay 2 to sack this creature, draw a card. It really seems like this thing should be an artifact clue, but it's not. I think it was in development, and then they just kind of, yeah. I'm gonna take Lost in Space just as like a decent removal spell. Ooh, wow. Faller's Faithful is like a really strong card. When this creature enters, destroy up to 1 onto the target creature. If that creature wasn't dealt damage this turn, its controller draws 2. Yeah, so I think this is well, it's the best card in the pack for sure. So really, you can, it has so many modes. You can either finish off something that's already been dealt damage, which, you know, that's the typical thing of this kind of effect. You can destroy just destroy anything. So you can destroy one of your opponent's creatures, and they get to draw 2 cards, which kind of sucks. Or you can destroy your own thing, your own cheap whatever, and then draw 2 cards. All right, so that's on the board. Let's see, we got Hyperblade, Comet Crawler. I don't know about the Survey Mechan. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Hyperblade here. It's looking like black may be the way to go. Yeah, now we got this Void Forge Titan on the wheel. So this one has Void, another mechanic. So at the beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield or a spell was warped, you draw a card and lose a life. And it's an artifact, big artifact. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and take that. All right. I guess I take Cloud Sculpt Technician here. So 3 mana, essentially a 3 mana 2/4 flyer, sort of. And then that's okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cloud Sculpt. Oh, wow. Decode Transmissions on the wheel. I think this card's actually not bad. 3 mana, draw 2, lose 2 is okay. But then if you void, the opponent loses 2 instead. All right, so we may be pivoting into like a blue-black deck. Okay, so a couple choices here. The rare is interesting. It's a 2 mana 0/4 Emissary Escort. And it's an artifact creature, and it gets +X/+0, where X is the greatest mana value among other artifacts you control. So this works very well with the spacecraft, because they themselves have big mana costs, and then you get the big power, and there's good at stationing those spacecraft. So that's a consideration. There's also Umbral Caller Zealot, which just seems great. 2 mana 3/2. Sack another creature or artifact, surveil 1, so you just get to sack for free. How are we doing on artifacts? 6 artifacts? Yeah, you know what? Let's take the rare. Let's try the rare out. You know, it's day 1. I think that card's pretty good. Ooh, here's one of the rare planets. I think these cards are actually kind of decent, because you just play them on turn 1, and then you play your 2-drop, and then you station, and like it's pretty good. So this one, you can, like, in the late game, you can sack lands and make robots, and then creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain haste. It's actually pretty good. But I'm not gonna take it here. We're just a little bit off of that. So let's see. I don't think it's not looking like we're gonna be in white anymore. So I'm looking at some of the black cards. Graveblade Heavy or Graveblade Heavy is okay. I think I'm gonna take Cryo Shatter. It's just gives a thing -5, -0, and then when it becomes tapped or dealt damage, it gets destroyed. Okay. Echoing Deeps enters copy. So tired of any land except there's a cave. That's okay. So probably just going to be taking Vote out here as a decent piece of removal, as Convoke and then destroy target creature. Otherwise, there's a couple of pretty good commons that I would want to try. There's Virus Beetle and Mechanozoa. Mechanozoa seems strong. Scour for Scrap again. But I think just having the nice solid piece of interaction, and then I'm starting to think white is not open, so we're going to go ahead and remove those cards. And we're just going to take the vote out, and I think that's solid. Oh, there, we could take another one, actually. It's probably what I'm going to do. There's also Desculpting Blast, 2 mana instant. Bounce a thing, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. But if it was attacking, you make a 1/1 colorless drone artifact creature token with flying, and this token can block only creatures with flying. So that's not too bad. I think I'm just going to take another vote out, though. It's another solid removal spell. Okay, and I see another Faller's Faithful. I think I'll go ahead and take that. I just need to go ahead and prioritize cheaper creatures moving forward, like stuff like this Ilvoid Galeblade and more virus beetles. I think now I should probably just take every virus beetle that I get to, get my hands on. There's also this Ilvoid Lightjammer, 2 mana artifact equipment. How are we doing on creatures? Yeah, okay. You can give the thing hexproof. It's also an artifact. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Faller's Faithful here. All right, now what? Oh, gotta take virus beetle. However, I do want to say this Peregrine Veckener is a really solid card. So it's a 5 mana 4/5, and then when it enters, another creature gets +2/+0, and then when it dies, it comes back tapped. You can also warp it. So there's actually an infinite combo. If you have 2 of these, and there's like a Blood Artist type card, I forget what it's called, and then that free sack outlet, and there you go. But anyway, we're taking the virus beetle for sure there. Okay. I think the Fell Graveship is gonna be pretty good here. So it's another spacecraft, and it turns into a 3/2 flying lifelink at 8. And then when it enters, you mill 3 and then return a spacecraft card, or a creature or spacecraft, from the graveyard to your hand. So that is going to be pretty solid. There's another McCann Shieldmate, but yeah, definitely going to try out the Fell Graveship. Okay, now, yeah, it's pretty simple. I think Hymn of the Faller, 2 mana, surveil 1, draw a card, lose 1. That's already okay. But then if you void, you draw 2 cards instead. So it just turns into better. I forgot what that card's called. It's 2 mana, draw 2, lose 2. Nice, solid card. But whatever. Hymn of the Faller seems good. Whoa, 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 whoa. We wield Umbral Collar Zealot. That's crazy. This card is insane. Sack another creature artifact, surveil 1. I mean, I think that might have been the quote-unquote correct pick over the Emissary Escort. Dang, that's awesome. I'm so happy about that. That's great. Okay, I think we'll take. Well, we're definitely in the right color pair, that's for sure. Annul seems like a decent sideboard card. I'll take the Swarm color. Just another way to get some card advantage. It's a nice flying body. It's like, okay. All right, I'll take the Scour for scrap. Yeah, unfortunately, Echoing Deep's probably not going to be for us. Sinister Cryologist seems okay, but Scour for scrap can like find my my good cards. All right, I'll take another Lost in Space. We gotta lower the curve for sure. All right, last pick, Ilvoid Lightjammer. I think that's fine. Okay, now we get a couple more removal spells, which I like. We have, well, the rare is cool. 3 mana 3 Halia, Guided by Light. 3 mana 3/3. When it or another creature or artifact you control enters, you gain a life. Then at the beginning of your end step, draw a card if you gain 3 more life this turn. It also has warp, so you can like do that, cast a couple other spells, gain life, draw cards. Not bad. I'm probably gonna take Dubious Delicacy here. It's a 3 mana 3/3 food with flash artifact. And then you give something -3/-3, and then you can like tap sack, gain 3, or tap sack, give your opponent -3. There's also Depressurize as a decent removal spell, another Mechanozoa, but let's go ahead and take that Dubious Delicacy there. Ooh, there's a Shockland, Breeding Pool. Not really what we're interested in. There's another Spacecraft. When it enters, each opponent sacks a non-token creature. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually take this Uthros Psionicist. We're not really in the quote-unquote double spell deck, but it seems like we'll be able to get some really nice discounts. Like, you play a 2-drop and then you play a quote another 4-drop or another 2-drop. You can get some really good discounts. And the 3 mana 2/4 body is solid, although I guess I would prefer higher power stuff as opposed to higher toughness stuff for the stationing stuff. But that's okay. There's also Beamsaw Prospector, 2 mana 2/1 when it dies. Ooh, okay. got some choices here. Got some choices. So there's a tractor beam, which is really good. Tap enchanted permanent. You control enchanted. You enchant something and you control it, but it doesn't untap and it taps it. I think we're good on removal spells. I'm probably just supposed to take either the Mono Sentry or another Virus Beetle. Virus Beetle seems pretty good. How many spacecraft do we have? Where does it tell me? 2. Either 1 mana 4/1 or Virus Beetle. I think I'm just going to take the 1 mana 4/1 here. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Ooh, okay. Now we can take Gigastorm Titan. So 5 mana 4/4, which sucks. However, it costs 3 less to cast if you've cast another spell this turn. So it could become a 2 mana 4/4. And now we're talking. Other than that, there's another, yeah, it's pretty much the only consideration. There's a bunch of other cards here. I'm curious to see how this one's going to play out. So it's like a 5 mana 1/5, and it deals 3 damage to any target, and then it becomes a 1/5 flyer, but you can pay 2 mana to give it +2/+0. Okay, Glacier Godma is crazy. 7 mana 6/6 with trample in green. When it enters, make a lander, and then landfall. Your creatures get +1/+1 and gain vigilance and haste until end of turn. This card is insane. Unfortunately, not for us. What is for us? Probably Embrace Oblivion. Another solid removal spell. As an additional cost, you sack an artifact or creature, destroy target creature or spacecraft, no questions asked. Oh, actually, I'm going to take Mouth of the Storm. I changed my mind. It's like just a good late game thing. Okay, we got Hymn of the Faller again. Mental Modulation, 2 mana. Cost 1 less to cast during your turn, so helps with double spelling. Tap artifact or creature, draw a card. I'm just going to take another Virus Beetle. I think that's solid. Okay, we got a Tractor Beam. We also have a Beamsaw Prospector, which is a 2 mana 2/1 die make lander. Star Breach Whale as well. I want to try out the Tractor Beam. I think this card's pretty solid. Scrounge for Eternity. Its initial cost to cast this, sack an artifact or creature. Return a creature of spacecraft with mana value 5 or less. You can't even get whatever you want? That's a little lame. I'm just going to take this Gale Blade. I think that'll be solid. I'll take the Divert Disaster, I guess. I don't know if I'm playing it. Okay, nothing. I don't think there's going to be much for us in the... Whoa, we wield a Virus Beetle. Nice. Okay, looking great. All right, probably not getting much in the last couple of picks. Okay, we definitely have to make a lot of cuts, but, we can do it. Okay, so, yeah, blue-black was open, but we have to think, how are we winning the game? Great question. Great question, audience. Let's figure it out. Okay, so, start with this. I think it looks pretty good. The Faller's Faithfuls are going to be really strong with the Virus Beetles. I probably don't need this Hyperblade. Probably don't need the Cryo Shatter. We just have so much removal. I do like the Gale Blade to help double spell. Emissary Escort seems great. Light Jammer, not Light Hammer, seems good. Navigator, of course, great. Shieldmate I could see cutting, although it does station stuff well. Hymn of the Faller is a solid card draw, card advantage-ish. Cloud Sculpt Technician, probably going to be a 3 mana 2/4 always, but, how good is that? Decode Transmissions as good card advantage, like the Dubious Delicacy, of course. Maybe I could cut like one of the Lost in Spaces. Seems like we have pretty good. All right, let's get this down a bit. Cut the Cloud Sculpt Technician. Probably cut the Shieldmate. Maybe we could cut a Lost in Space. How are we doing on interaction? We did already cut that one interaction spell. We have the Tractor Beam, double Vote Out, double Lost in Space, so like 5 pieces of interaction. Do we need that many? Can I cut like 1 Lost in Space? Maybe we can get away with that. All right, we still need 3 cuts. That's so many. I don't like cutting cards. Do I have anything that's really worth protecting with the Light Jammer? Light Jammer it's good, but like my best cards are like the Spacecraft and the Mouth of the Storm, which already has Ward. I'm not convinced I really need the Light Jammer here. Like I really just want to play Virus Beetles and sack them and draw cards. Let's see. So if I'm using the Faller's Faithfuls mainly as card advantage, do I need Decode Transmissions? Right? It's a solid card. But I'm hoping Fowler's Faithful can kind of just do that, but a little bit better on average. And then we also have the Umbral Caller Zealot to smooth out some draws. The Void Forge type. Yeah, I think I can actually cut the decode transmissions. Okay, so now I just need one more cut. Scour for how good is Scour for scrap? Search your library for an artifact. So you can get Specimen Freighter, you can get Void Forge Titan, you can get a Virus Beetle, but like getting a Virus Beetle with this doesn't seem great. You can rebuy a Virus Beetle or something from the GY, which I like. But do I just like all my other cards better? Maybe I can get rid of the Swarm color. It's okay. 4-mana 2/4 flyer. When it comes tapped, you can stack another creature artifact if you do draw. I think we're doing okay on the card advantage. And this thing is a little bit of a weak body. I want to try out the Scour for scrap. I think I'm going to cut the Swarm color. Alright, I think this deck looks pretty good. We have mostly swamps. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and, and that's Arena telling us we have to restart the client. So, we will be right back for our first match. All right, we're here for our first match against Grover 14, and we won the die roll, so of course we'll go first. All right, our hand looks pretty good, pretty good. There's only one 2-drop, but that 2-drop can help us get out of this mana screw situation. So even though we have a bunch of expensive cards in hand, I think we will be okay. Also, it took forever. It took forever to come back to the game. So, you know, it's day one, so the server is going to be a little bit overloaded. Shouldn't really be ooh, they played the tap land. Anyway, the server is going to get overloaded, and it's going to be a little bit dicey for maybe the first couple of hours, but it'll be fine. Okay, nice. We draw more lands, which is nice. So let's go to the combat. The best draw would be the 1-mana, like a 1-mana spell right now. That would be insane. Insane draw. So we're going to tap and loot. They are going to... Ooh, Desculpting Blast back to my hand. Okay, Virus Beetle. All right, let's discard the... What do I want to get rid of? I probably just want to play the Mechan Navigator again. Gigastorm Tyrant I can play next turn. It could be like Void Forge Titan. Because I think the Mouth of this... like. Specimen Freighter and Mouth of the Storm is how I get back into the game. Yeah, I think we'll get rid of the Void Forge Titan. Play land, replay the Mechan Navigator. Next turn, we're going to go Virus Beetle plus Gigastorm Tyrant. I almost said Tyrant. Gigastorm Titan. Okay, opponent seems to be playing a lot of colors. Yeah, they're definitely going to attack with this drone as they cannot block my Navigators. This can only block creatures with flying. Ooh. Now they play a Virus Beetle. Yeah, that's definitely a little rough. Do I want to get rid of a land? Oh boy, now against the Virus Beetle too. That's not looking great. I think it's one of these expensive cards. I imagine it's supposed to be the Mouth of the Storm just as a 7-drop. Yeah, I can always rebuy it later with the Grav ship, so I think that's okay. Ooh, Vote Out. Vote Out's nice. All right, let's go Virus Beetle. They have something here. Oh, they probably have the Flash Flyer? Or it's a null. Oh my goodness. Dang. Opponent's deck's really good. All right. Gigastorm Tyrant out. Titan. And no attacks. So, is a null just main deckable? Well, I guess we'll find out. I mean, on my opponent's side, I can counter their Virus Beetle. I can also counter... I guess a null's good against me. Okay, the drone coming in. Now what? Opponent's got something else they can do here. I guess they could also station up this Caveron if they want, but they only have the one Virus Beetle. Ooh, Mono Sentry. Well, and the Cloud Sculpt Technician. All right, not bad. Okay, So I actually have a pretty good attack with a Gigastorm Titan, assuming I can kill the Mono Sentry. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. So 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna vote out, destroy this, tap this down, and then auto pay. Trigger, discard a land. Okay, now I can get in for 4 damage. See if they want to block. They're just going to take it. They're just going to take it. I'll play out this land. If they have another Virus Beetle or a way to like rebuy the Virus Beetle, that would kind of suck. But eventually, you know, if we draw another... Whoa, they're attacking all here. That's a little concerning. I'm not sure what that means. It probably means they're going to play something big and scary. But if they play something big and scary, and then I... Whoa, what? That's weird. It's a little suspect. I'm just gonna attack anyway. Not sure why they did that, but they probably have a good reason. Okay. I think now the Virus Beetle loses a little bit of its goodness here. I mean, they only have 3 cards, which... Okay, here comes the Ilvoy Galeblade, which that's totally fine. I'm fine with this trade, to be honest, if they're going to block with the Navigator with it. It's done so much for me. I'm completely okay with it. So I assume they're going to block here. I'm just really hoping they don't have the counter spell in hand. Okay, opponent's thinking about this block. I mean, it seems pretty simple. Depressurize. Oh, they're just going to kill it outright. Okay, that was really nice because now I just get to do this. I get to play the Specimen Freighter. I get to kill this drone and then tempo them out by bouncing that to hand. Okay, nice. Now I can start saddling this, stationing this, and we'll go from there. All right, opponent's going to just smack me for 1. So... Now I guess the question is, do I want to station or do I want to attack? Because I have a good attack, obviously. Ooh, Faller's Faithful. That's not bad. I think I like just playing... This is a May, right? Destroy up to 1 other target creature. I don't want to destroy my own Gigastorm Tyrant. I guess I could do this. Let's station with this. And I'm going to wait on the Faller's Faithful because worst case scenario, I can always play it next turn and then station up the Freighter. And I'm not under too much pressure right now. So yeah, I'm just going to pass turn. Because if we draw like another Virus Beetle or a 2-drop or whatever next turn, this Faller's Faithful is going to be like go really, really hard and draw us a bunch of cards. Otherwise, we can just like crew up the Specimen Freighter anyway. Okay, now they've played a 4-mana 4/4 with Death Touch, which is not great. So yeah, this is not looking super great for us right now. Yeah, drawing the Swamp there was really rough. So now we're at a little bit of a tension point because we did not draw another card. And then if I crew this, it just becomes a 4/7, but this is Death Touch. So now, am I forced to play out the Faller's Faithful? Maybe. I think we're gonna do that. I could also destroy the Gravblad Heavy. But that does draw them 2 cards. But then I get to smack them for 8, and then I have this 3/1. Yeah, you know what? I think this is a situation where actually destroying... Oh, I don't get to smack them for 8. But I do get to crew this up. I think this is a situation where that is worth it. I could be wrong. Okay, we're going to attack with this Freighter. We're going to discard a pile of cards. And then now they have... I have a 4/7 flyer, which does threaten to kill them. But I did just give them 2 cards. I'm not sure if that was the right move. Obviously, what would have been best case scenarios if we draw another creature. They're just getting in there. Just like smacking me. Crazy. I mean, I'm at 5. I am at 5. I get it. Wow, that blocks my specimen freighter. That's really annoying. Oh, that blocks everything. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Starbreach Whale, definitely not great. Oh, and they have a kill spell for the Specimen Freighter. They're going to sack their Virus Beetle. Oh no, devastating. Embrace Oblivion. Yeah, that Faller's Faithful line looking a lot worse, especially when we're drawing a bunch of lands. Unfortunately, we are dead. They have 5 in the air. Crazy. Okay, that was only a little unfortunate, but it's okay. Game 2 will save us. All right, let's see. What do they have? As far as null targets, they have the Mono Sentry. They have this thing, which is really really strong. I'm not sure if that justifies getting in with the a null necessarily. Wait, where's a null? Oh, we don't have a null. Oh, never mind. I thought we had it in the sideboard for some reason. Okay, that makes it easy. Okay, wow. So the Faller's Faithful, unfortunately not so faithful right there, just because we didn't have another body to sacrifice. So let's see if we want to do anything else. Yeah, like if we had drawn Mono Sentry there, station up the thingy, and then draw 2 cards, that would have been really, really sweet. As it stands, I feel like we are doing okay. So let's just run it back, and then hopefully we'll get a little bit better assortment of our cards. Okay, we'll go first. Unfortunately, this hand is not keepable. Gosh, okay. Virus Beetle and Void Forge Titan. And 5 lands. Can I do better? I think keeping this is a little bit better than going to 5, but I will admit I have a high chance of losing the game. But it's okay. We're gonna draw a. Ooh, okay, that's not a land. Our best draw next turn is, I already forgot the name of it. The 3-mana 3/1 guy. That would be really sweet draw, like incredible. All right, they go ahead and get rid of an Embrace Oblivion, which I am a fan of. Okay, his opponent. Oh, opponent does not have a play. Oh, they do. Okay, they're just gonna go ahead and get some surveil action with the Starbreach Whale. It's totally solid. We do get to attack with the Virus Beetle. And then, again, if we draw that 3-mana 3/1, that would be absolutely incredible. Oh, we drew the 3-mana 3/1. Amazing. All right, we get to attack. And then we get to play this. And we get to destroy our own Virus Beetle, draw 2 cards. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Okay, now we're well set up. We have this Lost in Space that can do things. Hopefully just like tempo them out, I think is the strat here. Faller's Faithful is a decent body. Okay, they're just going to pass. Okay, let's just go to combat. Hit for 3. I assume they're going to bounce it, which is fine. Yeah, totally fine. Play this, and we'll go ahead and play out the Earthroast Psionicist. Now, next turn, we could go... Yeah, we can go... No, never mind. We can go Faller's Faithful plus Lost in Space, for example, which I think would be pretty good. Okay, are they going to kill the Psionicist? It seems like they are. Very sad. Okay, yep, there it goes. They had another Embrace Oblivion. Okay, no worries. We will just slam our Void Forge Titan, and then hopefully it sticks. Seems like they have a null here. Oh, a Divert Disaster. Okay. Yeah, not looking super great for our hero. That hero being me. Okay, Mechan Shieldmate. That's really interesting. So why didn't they play the Starbreach Whale? That's weird. I am going to pass the turn here. I'm going to pass and then make them think I have something, which I do, but, you know. Okay, they're just going to go and station up this land. This land is a little scary for sure. Very weird. We're just gonna go and scour for scraps. So we're gonna do both things. We're gonna return the. At this point, I might want to return the virus beetle. I think that makes a little bit more sense than just slamming this stupid Void Force Titan. Yeah, let's get the virus beetle, and then we can also get the something from the deck. Okay, we have a lot of choices. We can get another virus beetle. We just rip apart their hand. That doesn't seem great. I think I want to get the specimen freighter. I think. Let's think here. Dubious Delicacy doesn't really do too much at the moment. Specimen freighter seems good. We have okayish stuff in the graveyard for the Grav ship. I don't have great bounce targets for that. Let's think about our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Assuming we don't draw land, we could go that. Because it feels like they have a counter spell, obviously, right? Obviously. So trying to think what's better on average. I mean, probably the specimen. Yeah, because we're probably going to try to go like Virus Beetle, Faller's Faithful combo again. Okay, we draw the Delicacy anyway. So let's go ahead and just start off with a Virus Beetle. Let's just see if this resolves. Let's see if the... Okay, so they are going to go ahead and discard the card. And then we're doing fine. Okay, they bounce the Desculpting Blast. I think I'm actually okay here. I can hold up the Delicacy plus the Lost in Space. And then we can just go ahead and react to what the opponent's going to do. Okay, they're going to station. I could have like Lost in Space. Cloud Sculpt Technician. All right, that's fine. Feels like they have a counter spell still. Okay, they're gonna station again. All right, we're gonna Lost in Space here on the Cloud Sculpt Technician. See if they have a response. Okay. Ooh, Virus Beetle. Wait, that's a great draw. Yeah, let's keep that. All right, show me your secrets, opponent. What do you got? What is your last card? Ooh, Tractor Beam. I'm glad I got rid of that. All right, let's attack for 1. And then let's play another Faller's Faithful. Sacrifice this Virus Beetle. Draw 2 cards. Oh my gosh, what a draw. Play the Gravestorm Titan. That was a sick sequence. Really nice. Now we're in a good spot. Now opponent doesn't have anything, but they do get to station this up all the way. And they get to surveil. So, yeah. Yeah, all right, we're doing some things. Although I could just like bounce all their stuff and like smack them for 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7. This makes it so their stuff gets -3, -0, and then they can't station. That seems fine. Can smack with everything, which is not great. They just block here, take 4. Specimen Freighter bouncing their stuff. I think here's the line. We Specimen Freighter bounce all their stuff. Then next turn we go Mouth of the Storm, station up this all the way and attack. All right, that seems good. So let's do that. We go Specimen Freighter. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Because now what we can do is we can put the Starbreach Whale in the hand and our Virus Beetle, and then, okay, they can like, or they could concede the game. Because what I was going to do, I think was going to be better, is Starbreach Whale and Virus Beetle. Then I Virus Beetle, make them discard their Starbreach Whale. They trade with this, but then they have nothing. And then I have the Gravestorm Titan attacking. Then on the next turn we play Mouth of the Storm, and then we station, and we just, or we could have stationed, oh man, sequencing is so interesting in this format. There's a lot of stuff to consider. That game was cool. All right, any other considerations for what we want to do here? I mean, they have a lot of counter magic. Am I supposed to bring in counter magic? Especially because we're on the draw? Maybe on the draw this gets a little bit better. What is going to be a good card to cut, though? I think I don't know. It feels like all my cards seem pretty good. I mean, I could cut this Void Forge Titan. It's just like a big dummy. And then we're just relying on like our cheaper threats and then like our big stuff to get out of the game. Yeah. I mean, because they're not going to, they have not seen counter magic for like 2 games, so maybe they're not going to be playing around it. I think that is the move. I think that's the move. We will see, though. We will see. Okay, we are on the draw, of course. So let's see if we can pull this one out. Okay, and hand looks fine. We have the Divert Disaster. We have the Virus Beetle. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep this. I'm going to vote out to take care of anything that sticks. We have a Lost in Space too, so yeah, our hand's looking okay. Not a lot of pressure. Starbreach Whale, sure, that's fine. I could counter their 3-drop, but that seems really obvious that I'm holding something up, so I think I'm just gonna apply a little bit of pressure. They kept both cards. Ooh, there's the Faller's Faithful, so now we just get to do the combo. Okay, Virus Beetle away something from your hand. They did keep both cards on top, so they must be good. They're going to get rid of Desculpting Blast. Makes sense. Doesn't seem great here. Okay, they're going to play a land. Now, are they going to play something scary? Or not? Monoist Sentry. Okay, I have my own Monoist Sentry. So that's an option. We could play our own Monoist Sentry, and then we can like pass the turn and then counter a 4-drop. Alternatively, we can just go Faller's Faithful, but they probably have a counter spell. So I think what we're going to do is play the Monoist Sentry as well. Pass the turn, no attacks. That seems fine. Oh, I guess I could have attacked with Virus Beetle. That was dumb. Yeah, that was dumb. I should have attacked with Virus Beetle. Okay. They ain't falling for the bait. They ain't falling for it, and I'm okay with that. All right, let's just play a land, and then we'll attack with this now like we should have before. Are they gonna block? Huh. I feel like that's good for me, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it does make the Faller's Faithful a little worse, but at the same time, now they don't have their Monoist Sentry to station up their spacecrafts. King Mech and Shieldmate's fine. I don't really care. I might just tempo them here a little bit, and then also smooth out the draw. Like are they gonna counter this? There's no way, right? Yeah, okay. Ooh, Hymn of the Faller. That seems good. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, let's keep that. So now the question becomes, do we want to continue holding up the Faller's Faithful? Actually, let's do this. Let's play the Faller's Faithful first. Feels like they have a counter spell. So then we're going to sacrifice this, draw 2 cards. Okay, solid. All right. We could play one of these 2-drops and like bait out a counter spell, which I do like, or we could just hold up the Divert Disaster. I do like the, yeah, I think it's gonna be better to, well, 2, 3. Can always kill this. I think I'm just gonna pass. I have plenty of cards. I don't need to go Hymn of the Faller this turn. Are they just going to kill something? Depressurize? Yeah, that's a little lame. I feel like I do want to counter this now. I want to keep my Faller's Faithful around. Because then if they tap out for the Starbreach Whale, then I get to, oh, they're just going to pass? All right, I like that. I like that a lot. So let's go to combat first. Attack for 3. Flash in the Gale Blade. Sure. And they block. Okay, that's fine. But that, you know what? That's pretty good because it does trigger my Hymn of the Faller. Surveil 1. I don't think I want that card. Okay, so let's bin that. Draw 2 cards. Nice. Now let's play around the counter spell. So we'll go Gigastorm Titan and then Umbral Caller Zealot. All right. Nice solid board state. So now opponent needs to react to me. Oh, they have another one of the planets. This one's also pretty good because eventually, you can sack creatures and do that. Ooh, tractor. Whoa, they're targeting the Gigastorm Titan. Sacrifice. What? Sacrifice. Yeah, that seems good. I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep that on top. I mean, not too complicated. We're just gonna go and place the big mouth of the storm, and then we're gonna attack. Like, we just played a 6/6 flyer, which is gonna be really really good here, and it also has Ward 2. We only have one card. It's just the Starbreach Whale. All right. I mean, yeah. Seems like we're in a pretty good spot. I'd probably just want to kill it, to be honest, and then smack them for 9. That's a 2-turn clock. Actually, it's even less. Well, we have the Dubious Delicacy as well to deal the last few points. All right, anyway. Oh, Virus Beetle, goodbye, last card in your hand. What? Oh, what a great draw. I bet it's a good card. Oh, the board wipe. All right. That was like their only way to get back in the game, I think. Awesome. What a good match. See you for the next. All right. We're here for round 2 against Small Bigs Standard Bearer. And our hand unfortunately only has 1 land, so we're going to have to mull. And this hand it's fine. We'll keep. It's got the Collar Zealot and other things. Maybe draw an island off the top. That is not an island. All good. We will start with our 2 mana 3/2. Opponent has started off with the Starport Security, which can tap things down. Thankfully, they don't have a follow-up play. So we'll go Umbral Collar Zealot, which does line up well right now. Okay, green-white, maybe +1/+1 counters deck. Okay, most obvious trick in the universe, so we will not block. Let's see what they do next. Nothing. Okay, interesting. Let's just attack for 3. Focus fire, sure. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and play out the Faller's Faithful. Very unfortunate. It's just gonna sit there. I guess I could have seen that coming. I was just thinking about some sort of like combat trick on the Starport Security itself, but I guess they were just trying to get me to block. So I guess the better play was to just play Faller's Faithful, sack a couple things. Uh-oh, we need a... Oh, that is not a playable magic card. All right, so in game 2, we're going to just hopefully have a better curve out and then go from there. I mean, this game is unwinnable, clearly. Okay, we get smack for 4. I don't know why they tapped that down. That didn't make any sense. Okay, yeah. That wasn't a real game of Magic, and, like 5% of games are not real on average. All good. Let's just run it back. I think our deck's fine. We definitely just need to have a little bit more gameplay. All right, and we're on the play. Hey, look, playable. Great. Awesome. Okay, so... yeah, it has high potential too, because with this Uthros Psionicist, we can get some stuff going. Okay, this is not an artifact, right? Let's just get the Virus Beetle down, I think. Get that started. And then next turn we go the Psionicist, and then we will hopefully be able to double spell nicely on the following turn. All right, they played a... ooh. Mono Sentry. All right, so let's go ahead and just get out the Psionicist here. Blocks the drone pretty well. We don't have great follow-ups because this is based on mana value, so this is going to be like a 2 mana 2/4. Oh, there goes the Psionicist. That's a little unfortunate, but what can you do? Ooh, Lost in Space. I don't think I need to hold that up. I'd rather just play out my hand first, as this does a good job at stabilizing, and then I can use Lost in Space on something a little bit more impactful and try to get some more tempo. This feels like something from the opponent. I mean, we're in a good spot. Oh, that is a double striker. So let's see, creature control get +1/+1. That's That's pretty strong. So we're going to have to deal with that eventually. Not exactly the draw we wanted to see. We're going to go ahead and Lost in Space probably at the end of this turn. Oh, maybe they will attack. Oh, I like that. So now what we could do... the Monoist Sentry I kind of want to keep around. Well, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Actually, we can force them to use the... We'll force them to activate. I think that actually works out well. Because I don't think they want to get rid of this. Oh, Focus Fire. That is not what I was anticipating, unfortunately. Alright, well, there's not much we can do about that. I was hoping they would just activate the Dual Sun Adepts there. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and... Actually, we could wait to tuck it. Oh, never mind. It was blocked. Alright, so we'll just do it on their end step. Okay, put this, and then it kind of incentivizes them to crack their lander right now. Yeah, okay. And because if you do it in response to the lander being cracked, then it always gets shuffled in. All right, they're going to leave it on top. That is a Voidforge Titan. That's actually not too bad. I think we'll keep that. It's better than any random draw. So we'll just play that. Smack for 1. I'm trying to think if we have anything that cares. I don't think there's any reason to play out the land at this time. Okay, that's pretty unfortunate. Let's just get in for 5 points, see if they want to block. They do want to block. Some kind of combat trick. No, just an honest trade. Another Focus Fire. 3 of them? Oh, no, just 2. They played 1 last game. Okay, that's pretty bad. But now we're both in top deck mode, and we have plenty of great draws that we can get. They didn't pump, so that means they drew a real magic card. Ooh, Tractor Beam. Let's attack for 1 first. See what you got. All right, let's Tractor Beam this. And we have ways to utilize the body. It loses all abilities, right? It doesn't lose all abilities. So I could just continue. Now I can use this to pump my team. Ooh, maybe they don't see the line. Maybe they block. All right, we're going to pump the... Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, that's cool. I didn't realize the Tractor Beam did not take away abilities. That's pretty sweet. Oh, they're just going to come in for 1. Interesting. All right, let's just attack again. And then they have something, clearly. Reach, Trample, Indestructible, so I cannot stop this. Yeah, because that's indestructible, so that's not going to do anything. Okay. Does this count itself? Bioengineered Future. When this enchantment enters, create a lander. Each creature you control enters with an additional counter on it for each land that entered under the battlefield this turn. Okay. Sure. I mean, it's not great for them at the moment, but it definitely has some very high potential. We also really, really need to draw something right now. Bam. Ooh, okay. That's a thing. That is a card. And we will play out this land just to try to get closer and closer to double Dual Sun Adepts activations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 mana away from doing that. Unfortunately, now they can basically just tap me down every single turn. Okay, so they clearly drew a creature because they're getting the land down for... Oh, okay, Edge Rover. Wait. Oh, 2 lands. Oh, that's devastating. Okay. 4, 6. We're dead in 2 turns. Okay, we have double activations up, but it doesn't matter. They're going to tap down my Titan. So we just need something, anything, really, in order to get back into this game. We're just going to die in 2 turns, basically. Wow, Weft Blade and hand. Yeah, we did not really play real games of Magic this round, unfortunately. That's okay. Sometimes it just happens. All right. We take a draw step, and I can't think of anything that gets me out of this. That does not do it because then they tap this, they tap this, they untap, they tap this, and then they attack me and we die. Okay, nope, that's unfortunate. All good, all good. All right, we're here for our final match against Neelex, and we will go first. And hand looks fine. It has the combo of Virus Beetle plus Faller's Faithful, which is not bad. We need to draw a land for that to happen, but that's okay. I think we can manage that. And then we have some good late game potential. All right. Oh, there's our land. Cool, cool. Opponent played a tapped Sacred Foundry. Very cool that we get 5 of the 10 dual lands or shock lands back into standard. Very exciting. Okay. Terrapact Intimidator. So I think we're going to deny them having the lander tokens because the 3/1 body is going to be able to block a 4/3 quite nicely. So we're going to go ahead and decline that. And then we're going to go Faller's Faithful, destroy our Virus Beetle, draw 2 cards. Okay, now we can double spell next turn very easily with the Gigastorm Titan. Or we could play a Lost in Space or Scour for Scrap. Either way. But now opponent has to do something. Oh, okay, so they get to play this Wormwall Sweeper. This is a 2-mana spacecraft. When it enters Surveil 2, and then at 4, when you station it, it becomes a 2/2 flyer. So I think they're just probably going to do that right away. All right, I still don't have like the best attacks. Well, I guess I could attack. If they want to block, they can block. Sure. Go for it. All right, cool. Let's go Monoist Sentry and Gigastorm Titan. Now, next turn, it'll be interesting on whether... This turn it'd be interesting on whether or not I want to block the Intimidator. I mean, on average, like, probably. But this thing would be able to crew up the Specimen Freighter right away with my board. So it just depends if they want to do that. Seems like they have some sort of removal. Yeah, okay. Now, I guess the question is, are they willing to trade? They're not. They are not willing to trade. Okay. All right, so now we just wait patiently. I could also attack with the Faller's Faithful. Yeah, let's attack with Faller's Faithful. I highly doubt they block here. Okay. Next turn we can play the Freighter, and we're blocking with our Monoist Sentry. It controls the board fairly well. Unless something really bad happens, I'm probably just going to Scour for Scrap at the end step, and then tutor up an artifact and get back my Virus Beetle. Sunstar Chaplain. Okay, so now if they go to end step and control 2 or more tapped creatures, they get to put a counter on a creature. They can also tap stuff by removing counters from creatures, which they are able to do here. All right, let's go to blocks. I mean, let's just see if this happens. Okay, not bad. So now they don't get their Sunstar Chaplain. Oh, wait, they could... What they could have done was just station... You can continue to station a spacecraft even after it's a creature, and then they could have gotten the counter. That's okay. Let's just go ahead and Scour for Scrap. So we'll do both. So we will get back the Virus Beetle here, and also get something out of the deck. 6. Could get another Virus Beetle, Grov Ship. Delicacy can deal with either of the creatures. I actually kind of like that. There's also like Voidforge Titan, which is okay. It's just a big thing. I think we'll be all right. Depends what they have, of course, in the hand. I think Dubious Delicacy makes a little bit more sense here. Okay, so let's start with getting out this dubious delicacy right now. Okay, they're just going to crack the lander. Interesting. Doesn't really tell me too much. All right, let's kill this Sunstar Chaplain. Let's Virus Beetle them right now. See what they have. They're going to like discard a land to keep a bomb. Oh, okay. Well, they discarded the Tormenting Voice variant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Luckily, we have ways to deal with anything that comes out. Specifically, the Specimen Freighter. Helia. That's a strong one. Very strong card. So now, oh, they get to attack me, deal damage, draw a card. It's pretty good. All right. Ooh, oh, Tractor Beam. I actually kind of like that. 4, 5, 6, 7. So the better play, the more mana efficient play is to go Specimen Freighter. But then what? We bounce both of these. They replay. I'm not guaranteed to hit 9 station next turn if I station with both, right? Because then 4 plus 4 is 8, not enough. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna Tractor Beam the Helia away, so that way they don't get any more value. And then we're gonna attack with both of our creatures, and then pass. We are looking at a lethal attack next turn with the delicacy. We can deal 3 damage to the opponent and then attack them for 4. And we have the Freighter to bounce 2 things. Okay, this is going to be Wedge Light Rammer. So unless they have something else, they are dead, which is nice. Okay, yeah, they have to hold back here. This is a very risky attack if they attack. Wow, I mean, more power to you, for sure. Okay, let's crack this so you lose 3 life. They could also, of course, have removal or something. All right, let's go ahead and get down the Freighter, and then we can bounce both of these to hand. Oh, you can't bounce the spacecraft. Oh, they just really killed themselves. All right, bounce that, and then attack for game. Okay, nice. Yeah, I forgot about that. You cannot return spacecraft creatures to the hand, so that's all right. All right, let's run it back for next game. Hopefully, we can get that honorable 2-1. So overall, it definitely seems very important to manage your sequencing in this format with stationing and then thinking ahead on whether or not you can station in a couple of turns or something like that. This hand is a little slow, but it has some good removal spells to help me catch up, so I think I will go ahead and keep this. Unfortunately, we don't really have any good creatures to station up the Felgrave ship, but that's not to say we can't draw one later. I think what would have been really nice to draw the 1 mana 4/1 right there for sure. Opponent kept a 1-lander. Opponent kept a 1-lander. This is not a drill. It's okay. All right, let's get the Felgrave ship out there. Unfortunately, we're not capitalizing. Ooh, nice. Well, these are pretty good. So let's get the Faller's Faller's Faithful here. And then with this, we are able to start. Oh my god. All right. Well, yeah, these are the kinds of things that happen sometimes. Sometimes the opponents misclick and they keep the one. Oh my god, they're warping so they don't have to discard the hand size. Oh my god. Oh, it's so awful. It's so bad. Oh, okay. All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's be mana efficient here. And also we're looking to try to hopefully get this online by next turn. It would require another creature besides the Virus Beetle. Okay, here's a Terror Pact Intimidator. 100% declining them those lander tokens. Okay, so Now we play this. We go virus beetle them first. See what they want to get rid of here. Okay. And then we're going to go delicacy. Kill this. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to station here. We're going to get in for our 3 points. Then next turn, it's only going to... Now we can just tap both of them and get in the fell grab ship. Unless they kill something. Aw, well, okay. That was not great. Okay, we draw a playable magic card, which is nice. So we do this, and then we station. It's a creature. Smack them for 4. And then we're just looking pretty good. I mean, opponent is hitting all their land drops again. So they're not, like, out of the game, but, you know, they're, like, effectively out of the game. They did miss that second land drop, what, 3 turns in a row? And now we just have such a great, a great board presence. All right, now we have 2 removal spells. I mean, I don't really see how the opponent gets out of this one. They keep hitting those land drops. Very impressive. Very impressive. They drew 4 lands in a row after keeping the 1 lander, although it did take them a couple turns to do that. This does have Ward 2. Okay. Sure. Yeah. All right. Well, we're just going to keep hitting them. They are not dead yet. They are not dead yet, but next turn they should be. Depends what they play. Gotta hand it to the opponent. They are trying their darndest. That is for sure. Do they have another play? Okay. I think this should be game. Okay, they're going to deal 1 damage to me. We are going to deal them 3 points. And then, yeah, we just have enough to do both of these things. Kill that. And then kill this. I gotta hand it to the opponent. They really tried. They really tried. You know, they probably weren't supposed to keep that hand, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. All right. I mean, we got that honorable 2-1. Always totally reasonable. And I think that the second match was just a little bit unfortunate in game 1, not drawing, you know, another land, and also probably could have been a little bit more careful to not fall for the attacking combat trick, and then I'm able to draw a couple of cards or something. And then, yeah, just a little bit unlucky in game 2. But overall, I think the deck was pretty sweet. Arena's a complete pile of garbage right now, unfortunately. And that's just kind of how it goes on release day. So nothing much you can do about it. I wanted to go into the deck, but now we have to use the power of editing to get there. Okay, we have used the power of editing to get back to the deck. So overall, I mean, it was pretty solid. We have cheap, efficient creatures. We have virus beetles. Virus Beetle plus Faller's Faithful, of course, pretty good combo. We have plenty of removal spells with the Lost in Space, a Tractor Beam, and the Vote Out, and then some big threats. Really impressed by the Specimen Freighter, although it's definitely not just a, oh, oops, I win the game, like, level uncommon, but it is a very strong card that requires the proper build around and proper sequence of plays. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to playing this format a bit more. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.